Hi, I'm Andy Thompson from Totally Driven, the Ultimate Golf Improvement Center in Oakdale, Minnesota. We're going to give you guys a glimpse today of what we do with every club fitting and do a shaft optimizer here. So Lynn, go ahead and make a golf swing for us. And give us the number that pops up.
70.
Okay, and then click it and give me the next set of numbers.
3, 2, 4, 4.
Okay, Lynn's numbers are pretty consistent throughout, and Lynn's a very good golfer, but this is what we actually see from almost every golfer, is pretty consistent readings. Golfers often come in thinking they're very inconsistent, but when we get them on the optimizer, we find out that their numbers are pretty repeatable. This is like a DNA of your golf swing. So what we got here is average club head speed with a 6-iron of 70 miles an hour. And then we got a tempo rating here of 3. What that's measuring is basically how fast is a player transitioning from taking it back to coming down. Do they have a really quick transition, or do they have a smooth, slower transition? Lynn has a little slower transition. She's at 3. That typically would mean a little bit lighter shaft and a little bit softer shaft for somebody that has a little smoother, slower transition. The player that has a quicker transition usually would need a stiffer shaft and a heavier shaft. The next reading we had here was called toe down, and what that is measuring is how much is the shaft bending in this direction during the downswing. And very minimal there for Lynn. It was at 2. She's not putting a lot of pressure on the shaft on her downswing in that direction. Centrifugal force does droop the shaft in that direction. The next reading was kick angle, which is measuring how much is the shaft bending forward in the, during the downswing, or how much is it bending coming into the shot and into the ball. Lynn was moderate there at 4. And then the last number is the release factor. And what that's measuring is where do you release the shaft? Some people will release the shaft really early, lose their angle really early in the golf swing, and other people will hold on and release very late in the swing. Lynn has a fairly late release point, and what that usually means is the player that releases it later is going to benefit by a shaft that is got a higher kick point. The player that releases it very early in the swing will need a shaft that's got a lower kick point, and that's a big difference. There's a lot more to shafts than just getting a regular flex or a stiff flex. It's the attributes of the shaft, the weight of the shaft, where the kick points are in the shaft, that really helps us. From this information, it gives us a good start into determining what type of shaft the player needs. We fit to all major brands, but this device gives us a good viewpoint of what's happening with the player's golf swing and where do we start from there with the shaft.